In this video, we will be showing user access control and tenant management from within the VCF Business Services Console. From the VCF home screen, you can add a new user by first navigating to the Users menu found under Access Management. From this page, you can see a list of users that currently have access to the tenant. If more users need access, begin by clicking on the Add User button. Once loaded, this Assign Roles page gives administrators the ability to delegate access and roles to one or more users within their organization. To begin, enter a user email into the address box. Keep in mind that before an admin can assign roles to a user, the user must meet two criteria to be eligible. First is to be an active profile on the Broadcom support portal, and second is to be an active member of the site where the roles are being assigned. Once these two criteria are met, the email should turn green. If the email text changes to red, this indicates the two criteria were not met. You should confirm the user is already active on the Broadcom support portal and is an active member of the site you are assigning roles on. Next, select which roles to assign the user. As shown on the screen, the License Manager role allows viewing, managing, and sharing licenses, whereas the Tenant Admin role allows the addition of new tenant members and management of all the tenant resources. Depending on the user's function within the organization, one or more roles can be selected. After clicking Assign, the status message will indicate that the user has been successfully added. From within this user screen, there are multiple options and actions available. For example, a list of tenant users can be exported to a CSV or JSON formatted file by clicking the Export button. In addition, there are two icons next to each user name. Clicking the icon that resembles a double greater than symbol will expand the row to show all assigned roles for the expanded user. Whereas, the triple dot icon offers more actions. The Edit Roles will allow role modifications such as changing which roles are assigned to this user, whereas clicking Revoke All Roles will remove all assigned roles for this user from the current tenant. However, as noted in the revocation dialog box, the user will still have read-only access to the tenant information in the portal. To completely remove the user from accessing the VCF Business Services Console, the Site Access role must be revoked from the Broadcom support portal. Next, let's explore tenant management. This screen displays all of the important tenant information, including the tenant name, ID, site name, site ID, who it was created by, as well as the tenant type. To create a new tenant, start by clicking on the Create Tenant button. When the tenant creation flow begins, first select the site to associate the tenant with, then click Next. For the tenant details, enter a new name for the tenant, an optional description, then click Next. Optionally, an administrator can be assigned to the tenant. Users with Usage Administrator or Product Administrator roles on the Broadcom support portal automatically get administrator access to this tenant, while site members can be added as tenant administrators by entering their email below. In this example, the user that had roles assigned previously has been entered. Once ready, click Next to continue. On the summary screen, verify all of the information is correct before clicking Finish. Note that once a tenant is created, it cannot be deleted. However, details such as the tenant name and description can be edited later. The newly created tenant will show at the top of the tenant list. Similar to other screens within the Business Services Console, the tenant list has the same icons for actions, exporting, and displaying more information. For example, this list can also be exported to CSV or JSON, as well as expanding the tenant to reveal more details. Finally, if you click on one of the tenant names, you will return to the VCF Business Services Console homepage, and the context will be changed to the tenant that was just selected. From this point forward, any information viewed or any changes made will be to the Acme Canada tenant. For example, if you click on the Users menu, the list shows the administrative account that you just specified as the tenant admin. At this point in the process, you can easily add more users to the Acme Canada tenant if desired. As also shown previously, clicking the three-dot menu offers the same options to edit and revoke all roles, only this time, remember it is within the Acme Canada context. To return to the previous tenant, or a different tenant altogether, expand the caret in the upper left navigation and select the tenant from the drop-down. This action has returned the portal back to manage the original Acme organization. For more information about the VCF Business Services Console, please visit support.broadcom.com.